Don't tell where your money went. I want you to learn how to tell it where to go. We don't become broke because we earn too little. No. The reason why we become broke is because we spend without a budget. So I'm welcoming you to Gaylord Musia's Diary, home of realities. And these realities are unbelievable. So we are going to learn about something that it is not popular to income earners. They avoid it, that's why they are ever broke. And that is what we call a budget. I'll start by definition. Budget is a financial plan. Get this right. It is a financial plan. And what does this financial plan do? It shows how much you expect to earn. Yeah, it is the one that tells you that you are going to earn this amount this month. Then after telling you how much you are going to earn, it also tells you, or it intends to tell you that you are going to spend this. And you're also going to save this amount. And you're also going to invest this amount. So you see, if you know you are good in budgeting, then you must have money for spending, saving, and investment. And this money comes from your salary or your income. So if somebody asks you today, what are the components of a budget? Do you know them? If you don't know, just listen. The first component is income. Remember, we have said it is a financial plan that shows how much you expect to earn. So you see, that's why we are getting our first component. And that component is called income. What is income? Income is money you receive, e.g., salary, return on your investments, even donation. Then the second component is called expenses. Expenses, this is money you expect to spend. And how do you spend it? You spend this money on rent, food, transport, and utilities. Then the third component of a budget is called savings. What is savings? Savings is money set aside for emergencies. Yeah, remember this. If you are using your savings for investment, then you are doing injustice to your budget, because we are saying saving is money set aside for emergencies only. Then the fourth and the last component of a budget is called investments. Investments, what is investments? This is money used to grow your wealth. Yeah. That means if you don't have money for investments, forget about growing your wealth. In fact, you will work until you die. So somebody can ask you, what is the importance of this lesson today? That is, what is the importance of a budget? A budget has got so many importances, but they are hidden. The first one is it controls your spendings. Yeah. If you got what we call ambiguous kind of spendings, you need to get a budget. Then it helps you avoid unnecessary debts. You see, it has got savings for emergencies. So the savings will help you avoid unnecessary debts. Those people of assist me 2K urgently. You need a budget. The third importance is it is going to help you save for emergencies. Yeah, emergencies are things that you can't even predict they're on the way, but they rely much on your money. Then it also reduces financial stress. Imagine if you don't save, if you don't have money for emergency, if you don't have money for investments. your life is going to be full of stress, and this stress, they're only financial. Remember, we said money answers everything. Um, the fourth importance, not the fourth, the fifth importance of a budget is it helps you to build investments. And these investments creates your wealth. So wealth is a result of investment, not your salary. Understand this. So I think now you know the importances of a budget. Now let me tell you something that it is not popular. You need to understand that a budget simply tells your money that it is meant for purpose, not for spending. That's why a budget simply tells you that every shilling has a purpose before it is spent. So you need to spend purposely. Then another thing the budget does, a budget tells your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. So if you are fond of wondering, I had money, how comes my M-Pesa is zero? Just know your problem is not money. Your problem is this financial tool or plan called a budget. Do you know how to create a budget? You know, I might be teaching you what you don't know. So my question now is, do you know how to create a budget? To create a budget, it is a procedural kind of task. So the first step, you need to know you need to write down your monthly income. Yeah. Do this. Write down all the money you expect to receive at the end of the month. That is the first step. Step number 2 is you need to track every expense. How do you track every expense? You need to be very honest. Yeah, you need to be honest enough to list everything you'd spend money on. That is how you track every expense. So you need to divide your expenses in 2 categories. And the first category, which is a must, are your needs. And your needs, these are things that makes your life depends on. And they include the following. You remember, you need rent, that is your need. You need food. Those who commute to job, you need transport. You need utilities. And if you have got kids in school, you need school fee. Then another category of expense are your wants. Wants are the things that you can even ignore. They only exist to make our life luxurious. Like entertainment, you need to know how much you are paying your Wi-Fi. You need to know how much you are spending on electronics. Yeah, good phone, a good microphone, good microwave. You will realize that you have been spending more on your wants rather than your needs. And if you have been doing so, just know that is financial illiteracy. Yeah, that it is financially illiteracy when you are spending more on your wants rather than your needs. Step 3. About step 3, you need to set financial goals. Yeah. And what is the importance of these financial goals? In fact, they're supposed to be part of your budget. And these financial goals helps you to stay disciplined while giving your money a purpose. That is what they do. They help you to stay financially disciplined while giving your money a purpose. And financial goals include the following. You need to have a goal for emergency funds. Emergency funds are funds that you require when there is an emergency. Then you need to have financial goal on saving to invest or to start a business. Then you need also to have a financial goal on paying off debts. Yeah. I doubt if all of us we are clean, we don't have debts. Number 4, step number 4, you need to create now your budget. After what I've discussed, now step 4 is where you create a budget. So you cannot create a budget if you don't have the first 3 steps. And how do you create your budget? You spread your income between your needs, then your wants. That is how to create a budget. Then number 5, you need to track your spendings. Yeah, you need to record every expense to know exactly where your money goes. Then the last step in creating a budget, you need to review your budget at least monthly. Why are you supposed to review it? This helps you track overspendings. So after realizing that maybe you're overspending on entertainment, you have to cut it and boost investment. Finally, a budget is not a punishment. No, let nobody lie to you that a budget is a punishment. It just tells your money where to go. That is what it does. So it's not that you are creating a budget to punish your money. No, in fact, you are it's like you are giving your money direction on where to go. So if you have learned, please, before you say bye, hit subscription button, like, comment, share, and also invite. See you in my next video. Take care. Gaylord Musia Diary loves you. Stay safe.